Hello everyone, this is Aaron Guthrie, and this is my 4-hour workweek success story. First of all, I want to apologize here because I'm doing this on the webcam of my laptop because I'm here in London, England, living one of my dream lines right now. Well, let me talk about how I got the book. I was walking through the bookstore waiting for my wife to finish some of her shopping when I looked down and saw Tim's book there, 4-hour workweek. Now, I was feeling kind of, in general, not feeling like very successful. I had a great job and my marriage was fine and everything was going fairly well. But in general, I felt like life was incomplete and then I was just kind of spinning my wheels, kind of plateaued. I didn't really know what to do. As soon as I started reading it, I just fell in love with it. It was a great book. I liked it so much there. I read it once completely through, went back, started doing the exercises, and since then even read it 2 more times just to make sure that I understand the concepts and I worked through it and still get inspired. But I bought 2 more copies. I bought one for a friend of mine at work who shares very similar interests and such to me, and then also bought one for my mom who is close to retiring, but at the same time wants to continue on and do some of these type of things. And it completely changed the way of my thinking. I mean, it was almost a 180-degree turn. You can ask my wife; she thinks of it just a completely different person. I mean, really, the book has changed my life. Let me talk about how I've applied some of the items from 4-hour work week. First of all, batching is a big deal in general in everything you do. So first of all, let me explain that I'm still working at my normal job. I haven't left my job yet. So unlike a lot of other posters so far we've seen, I'm not an entrepreneur. I haven't started my own company yet. So I've applied a lot of these items straight to my normal job. So first of all, batching. So my normal job, I'm a project manager, and so there's a lot of different meetings and emails and such that have to go out. So what I started doing first off was to batch my email because I was always doing email all the time. Always had it open, waiting for the next one to happen, the next email to come in, and just wasting time. So at this point here, I'm doing email twice a day. Like Tim suggested, I'm doing it towards the end of the day, so around 4:30 or so, and then I also do it towards the middle of the day, about 11 o'clock, 11:30, depending on what I'm doing with my other items. So by doing that alone, I've saved tons of time. I'm able to get a lot more done in my normal day. Not only that, but I've also batched my normal work as well. So typical work that I have to do, such as, well, unfortunately, meetings, phone calls, anything I need to do with clients, calling, making up documents, any of that kind of stuff. I do it first thing in the morning when I first get in. I sit down, don't even open email. I already know from the day before what I need to get done. So I do those items. I do them quickly and get them done within the first 4 hours of my day. So quite literally, by the halfway through my day, by the time I go to lunch, I'm done with my work. So I can come back. I can actually do other items such as, well, learn speed reading, for example, or start working on my own company. I can start planning it out. I can start thinking through the concepts. I can learn other parts of the company that I work at currently so I can maybe improve my current position. I've learned a complete sales technique. I've taken sales training because of this. I've taken other training such as team management training and just been more involved with product releases and such because I've had the time in order to do that. The final item I want to bring up from the 4-hour work week is the whole notion of starting your own business, creating a muse, as Tim puts it. So, a little background behind from me. My dad has always been an entrepreneur. For far as I remember, he's always had his own business and always ran his own business. So I've seen the upsides. I've seen where he made lots of good money and had plenty of time with his family, but I've also seen the bad side, and unfortunately, a little bit too much of the bad side has come across. And I never really wanted to start my own company. I felt that working for someone else was safer, a better option. Now I realize that you can actually start your own company and go towards these things without having to do all the bad things that my dad came across. And through reading the 4-hour work week, realize that you can actually create a company if you create the company proper. You can actually do this where you have very limited involvement. So that's the last item I want to bring up in this particular post here, is that you can create your own company, and that's the next thing I'm going to do. Just changing my perspective, though, is a big success from this book. That's a hard thing that I've come across. And from my childhood, I've always thought that. So the fact that Tim, you were able to get through to me on that was amazing. So hopefully in 2010, you'll see me again, and I'll be very successful with my new company. Thank you very much for your time, everyone.